When the details of Megalopolis started to come out that this was Francis Ford Coppola's passion project, I was quite intrigued, especially as he put $120 million of his own money into it. It has though been some time since we've seen a new film from Francis Ford Coppola, but with movies like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now in his back catalogue, I went into this film thinking I could witness anything here. Well, the script gave me an indication of what to expect from the remainder of the film, with lines like, "You're so anal, I'm so oral."
It's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb!
The screening I attended was a subtitled one, so I was able to see the imperfections of the script quite clearly, and it made some of the actors here look really amateur. Like Adam Driver, he's been pretty good in many films, but here it looks so awful. And people like Giancarlo Esposito, and many more as well in the film, it just felt like, who are these people? What are they doing? Like they don't even believe what they're saying.
So go back to the club, bear it all, and stalk the kind of people that you enjoy.
Fine.
And so it comes as no surprise to me why certain actors like Oscar Isaac and Zendaya stayed way clear of this movie. However, Megalopolis still has quite the recognisable cast, with the previously mentioned Adam Driver and Giancarlo Esposito, alongside Shia LaBeouf, Aubrey Plaza, Lawrence Fishburne, Game of Thrones star Natalie Emmanuel, and some cancelled actors like Jon Voight and Dustin Hoffman. And I do have to focus in on three of these actors for different reasons. One being Jon Voight, because he looks like he just woke up from a nap and doesn't really know where he is every single scene. Then we have Shia LaBeouf, who is bloody intolerable and so annoying. He's like a little kid running around a party on his tiptoes, showing you his latest trick. Then we have Aubrey Plaza, who out of all the cast members is having the most fun with it, because she seems to understand that this film is pretty crap, but I'll still have a good time myself doing it. And, every time she was on screen, I was like, let's have more of her. She actually seems to be enjoying this and embracing it, whereas the others are like just sort of going through it and just really trying to tackle this script, where she's like, this script is bad, but I'm going to make my own thing with it. Now, you might ask, what is Megalopolis even about? Well, it sets itself up as a Roman epic set in an imagined modern America, where we have New Rome City, and in this city we have Caesar, an inventor of Megalon, and he wants to use this material to make this utopia. He is played by Adam Driver, and he goes up against a mayor who wants to keep things more to the status quo, Franklin Cicero, who's played by Giancarlo Esposito. So there is an interesting concept to be explored here, but this so-called fable is just a load of half-baked bits and pieces. There's metaphors all over the place. We have like a love story between the mayor's daughter and Caesar. There's a satellite which comes into the story. There's a story with the news presenter, or TV presenter, Wow Platinum, as she goes after her husband's money. And it's all so disjointed. None of this connects very well at all. And the worst thing about it is it's completely and utterly boring.
It's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everyone!
So there's no doubt that this is a mess, but is it at least a beautiful mess? Well, at some points there are some decent shots where I thought that looked good as a desktop wallpaper, but then at other times, like, there's a scene when they're going up a lift, and the green screen is absolutely embarrassing. It's terrible. It completely just, it just looks like something you'd see on TikTok, really. It's that bad. There's an extended scene in the film quite early on that takes place in this Colosseum type arena, where we have people bidding for this girl because she still has her virginity intact. And my word, did that just drag on. Like, it felt like I was at a party where I just wanted to go. People here I don't really like that much, but I'm just making an appearance. And I can't wait to leave and get back to my bed, basically. It just felt like that. I felt like, get me home now.
Make it stop!
Francis Ford Coppola wrote, directed, and produced this film, and even sold a portion of his winery in California to help fund it, because he got disheartened in the past working with studios because they'll change things, and he wanted to make this film as how he envisioned back in 1977. This is his passion project. And look, I'm not against following your heart and making your passion a reality, and Coppola certainly had the money to do that. But at the same time, you maybe use your head as well, because Megalopolis is a very pretentious film, and one where I feel like if maybe Coppola had a few extra hands in the writer's room, that could have really helped smooth things out when it comes to these complex themes. But instead, it's trying to juggle so much here that it crumbles in on itself and becomes a mess. And so there is no lasting impact here other than this certain scene involving a boner. So from my point of view, Megalopolis is a complete failure of a movie, but of course people vote with their pockets, and in its opening weekend domestically, it earned $4 million, which is absolutely terrible, and so it has now been rebranded as Megalopolis. Also, you might have seen in the news regarding this film that there is some audience involvement, where someone from the audience will come out to ask Adam Driver's character a question. The question itself isn't anything too special. The scene is, pretty forgettable as well. So I don't really know why they did it. It's just some sort of gimmick, which I think was helpful maybe to get some news regarding the movie because, like I said, there wasn't a lot of marketing involved with this film. But it did make me think that, say we still live in a time where Blockbuster's still around, how would that have worked? Would I've gone there and been like, excuse me, I'd like Megalopolis on DVD, please, and I'll take Gavin as my audience member. So in conclusion, Megalopolis is an epic failure. The script is just totally and utterly rubbish. It's so up its own arse, you can see it from the other end. Just one of those films where it's not even so bad it's good, it's just so bad, so boring, just a waste of space. Don't bother watching it. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the film. What are your thoughts? Let me know all those down in the comments below. And if you fancy watching another one on screen, we have a couple of my recent videos.